Kofi Montzka. I'm a mom of three. I grew up with a mom who was on drugs. When I was a kid, I lived in government housing in a one-bedroom apartment. My mom, sister, and I shared a bed. When I was in junior high, my dad took us from her because he was worried about us moved to the burbs. But even then, I had challenges. A kid harassed me for months with racist jokes, like get to the back of the line and things like that. And eventually he burned my hand with the striker in science class that you can still see on my hand today. Despite all of this, from an early age, I knew that I wanted to be a lawyer and that nothing would stop me. Yet in college, I was given messages similar to those in this ethnic studies bill, that whites and systematic racism would hold me back. I began to doubt myself and to distrust all white people, including my friends. This type of teaching is psychological abuse and can cause people of color to question their sanity and perception of reality. It's what Musa Al-Gharbi calls benevolent racism. Although there's good intent, it attributes virtually all agency and power to white people. This ethnic studies bill is an example of benevolent racism. In the exact language of the statute, it says that it analyzes ways in which race and racism has been and continue to be a cultural and political force, and it talks about the connection of race to the stratification of other groups. It says that people who look like me and my kids are at the bottom of this hierarchy. My son was a 3.8 GPAs in APA classes and calculus, all while playing sports and working is at the bottom of this hierarchy, and it doesn't make sense. In conclusion, people will say that they need to see themselves in the curriculum. No, they don't. They need to learn to read and write, and only half of Minnesota students are proficient in that. Education is emancipation. There's too many cultures and ethnicities to teach them all. Kids should learn their culture from their family and friends, and unfortunately, due to this curriculum that pits them against each other by race, this is less likely. I want people of color to know that they are not fragile and they're not stuck at the bottom of some caste system, and that they can achieve as I did.